Right now, first at 6, we're following a 7 News weather alert. Heavy rains pounding the upstate, you know that. Also, western North Carolina hit hard.
Those torrential rains causing flooding, some of which you're seeing here in several parts of our area. We've told you about the problems the rain has been causing all afternoon long.
And we continue to bring you team coverage tonight. We've reporters standing by live with that coverage in Spartanburg, Greenville, and Cherokee County.
First, though, let's check in with 24/7 meteorologist Dan Bickford because, Dan, there's still stuff on the radar.
Yeah, but it's diminishing, and you'll notice all the reporters, the lack of umbrellas. The rain has really eased up. It's mostly in the southern areas. Generally, if you live from Anderson through Greenville, Spartanburg, and Gaffney, a little bit of light rain, that's about it. Farther northwest, it's mostly dry with just a couple stray sprinkles. Most of the rain, and now it's gone to just light to a couple moderate bursts across Abbeville, Greenwood, towards southern Lawrence County, up to Union County, and all of this is gradually moving to the east. Now, there's still a lot of runoff from a lot of rain that fell, and some flood warnings do remain in effect, especially in the southern upstate. Still use caution if you're near rivers, streams, or any low-lying areas, because water could still rise from some of the rain that we have received. As a result, much of the area is still under a flood watch. Stay away from any rising water. There have been issues with water over roadways this afternoon and evening. Do not drive through high water or flooded roadways, and certainly never go around any barricades to do so. Things will continue to improve through tonight. We'll break that down for you and take a look at Thursday's forecast coming up.
Dan, thanks. Well, all the rain is flooding our roads and yards in Spartanburg.
Yeah, 7 News reporter Laura Thomas has been watching the conditions all day in Spartanburg. She's live along Pine Street with what's happening there. Laura, it does look like it's let up there.
Yes, it has let up significantly from what we saw this morning here along Pine Street in Spartanburg. It's hard to see right now because it's getting dark outside, but the creek here along Pine Street is still rushing from all that rain, all that water that fell earlier today. Meanwhile, people who live nearby this area are just trying to keep this water from getting anywhere near their homes. Wanda Ross woke up this morning to water surrounding her home.
Oh, I'm gonna be flooded out.
At her house on Spruce Street, the water was gushing next to her mailbox all the way up to her front steps.
And I said, my Lord, I can't get out to go to my doctor's appointment. So, you know, it don't come down a whole lot since this morning.
Across Spartanburg, we found flooded streets, creeks, and fields. This is what it looked like outside Bill and Jeannie Campbell's home this morning.
We saw the flood coming up all the way up.
They say it floods like this here every few years.
It's right up to here, and she said she pointed to the pot was floating in the water out there, so I had to put on a pair of shorts and go out and rescue the pot, you know.
And while Wanda waited, she decided to get out before it gets any worse.
Well, I called my daughter, you know, before it get real bad to come and rescue.
And many of you also let us know that you were seeing problems around town, and we would go out and check those out. A lot of times, if it had been a couple hours, those waters had receded because of just how fluid the situation was with the rain and the flooding, and then those waters going down. And many of the folks here in Spartanburg are hoping those waters recede quickly tonight. Live in Spartanburg, Laura Thomas, 7 News.
Well, many of you are sending in the pictures and the video of what's happening where you live. Lots of flooding to show you tonight, including a creek that was flooded in Greenwood. We have flooding pictures from Blacksburg in Cherokee County there on King Creek. You can keep sending in your information through our Facebook page. You can also use the Report It feature, which is very front and center right on our brand new 7 News app.
That one from Cherokee County looks pretty bad, doesn't it? This is the scene in Greenville County today. Floodwaters making roads impassable, forcing some closures like this one, closing parks and trails. 7 News' Addie Hampton is in Greenville now with the latest there. Addie.
It was a soaker of a day here in Greenville County. Downtown Greenville, Cleveland Park was closed, the Greenville Zoo was closed, even parts of the Swamp Rabbit, all due to the rainfall that swelled local creeks and riverbeds. Elsewhere in parts of the county, police and county crews shut down roads to traffic as waters kept rising. You're looking at Suber Road at Sweetbriar Court in Greer. Throughout the morning, the creek bed rose more than 4 feet. Police there remind folks that there are barriers there for a reason. They've seen people move them before, and that can get your license taken away for about 6 months. Other roads like Dillard Road in Simpsonville had neighbors stopping to stare in disbelief.
I've never seen it as wet as it's been. Now, my neighbor keeps a record. We've already had over 80 inches this year.
Law enforcement and county officials say they're going to be out in Greenville County tonight monitoring They're 3, 2, 1.
Little problem with Addie's report there at the end, but in Greenwood, thank you for that. In Greenwood, the Red Cross has opened a shelter in response to flooding in the Wilson Creek area there. County officials say they are seeing flooding in the Highway 25 North bypass. It's at the Main Street United Methodist Church, that is Main Street North. You can find all of the information you need on this shelter on our website, WSPA.com. It is the links we mentioned section. Also in Greenwood County, emergency management says a couple of kids and adults were stranded on the roof of a car on Pasinger Road in 96 this afternoon. Officials say the creek crossed over, swept the car downstream. Rescue crews were able to get everybody off the car, and we're told now they are okay.
In Cherokee County, the town of Blacksburg is drying out tonight after a deluge of rain washed out the roads, forced evacuations there. 7 News reporter Dave Jordan has been following those developments all day, and he's joining us live now with the latest tonight. Dave.
Well, it's kind of a mixed bag right now. The town administrator telling me just a short time ago that things have gotten a lot better since the rain let up slightly. But for the residents here in Blacksburg, there's still a lot to be concerned about. Take a look at this video that we shot earlier, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about. This is what Blacksburg looks like earlier this evening and earlier this afternoon during the course of the day. Quite simply, it was difficult to stay dry no matter where you went in this city. The DOT had to block off several roads and bridges, and at least one of them, the Brugg Street Bridge, remains closed tonight. A nearby apartment complex had to be evacuated. We caught up with one woman who lives on Lancaster Drive. She told us this is the worst storm she's ever seen.
It's a big old dip, and about the whole dip is full of water. And it's done rooted up trees and everything.
And tomorrow the DOT will come out to Blacksburg to survey the Brooks Street Bridge to see if it is safe. Right now, though, the town is relatively quiet, although we're told that it will move into cleanup mode tomorrow. And we are live tonight in Blacksburg. Dave Jordan, 7 News.
All right, Dave, thank you for that. Let's run through the latest developments on this severe weather in our area because there's a lot to get to. There's a flash flood warning in effect for Greenville, Spartanburg, and Cherokee counties. That goes till 9 o'clock tonight. Greenwood and Elbert counties till 9:30. Greenwood County and Elbert County in Georgia, 9:30 again. Conditions can change very quickly. Keep up with the latest road closures on our website, WSPA.com. Again, links we mentioned. There's a lot of information there on this flooding. If there is breaking news on this, you'll get that with the 7 News app. You can download it now, again, for free at the App Store.